Hey, let's talk about navigating mental health challenges together without losing yourself. Some of you are carrying too much weight in your relationships, whether it's with your parents, whether it's with your family, whether it's with your spouse, and that they are dealing with maybe not even just mental health challenges, but physical health challenges, and it's starting to burn you out. It's starting to wear you down. You signed up for this, or maybe you didn't even sign up for this. Maybe it was because someone around you did not take care of themselves, or tragedies happen, or life's just life. And this is about you taking care of yourself while taking care of others. So if you are struggling to support your partner or a child or a family member or a loved one through mental health or physical health challenges, this is for you. My name is Dr. Tartt. I'm a faith-based psychologist. I know I'm a little more casual today than normal, but it is what it is today. And I'm going to give you three tips for how you can help your loved one navigate mental health challenges together, how you can support without losing yourself, right? How you don't burn yourself out from caregiver fatigue, right? Like you are already hanging on, right? Are you trying to thrive and then other people are draining you? I'm gonna give you three things you can do right now so that you can help without losing yourself at the same time. Would that be cool? All right. And I did this spot on the Willie Moore Jr. show. So I want to share this with the world. One, educate yourself and communicate openly. What the research says is that understanding your partner's mental health challenges is crucial to providing effective support. A lot of times we have an opinion about what bipolar looks like, depression looks like, anxiety looks like, ADHD looks like, a midlife crisis looks like, social anxiety, what it looks like. But sometimes we need to educate ourselves to see maybe our loved ones are doing the best that they can, or maybe this is how we can support them, right? Maybe we do need to have them exercising daily. If you're anti-medication, you can't be anti-medication and anti-exercise if you want to produce chemicals to make your brain, which controls how you feel, how you move, how you process information. So maybe I do need to understand the doctor and say, no, he said or she said this was medically necessary in order for you to improve, right? So learn the symptoms, learn the triggers, learn the treatment options so that you can help your partner. How many of y'all have ever been sick? And most people who have been sick have someone go to the doctor with them if you're blessed because you're so going through it, right? You don't even know what they're talking about, right? I've been in the room with family members who with cancer diagnosis, and I was the one asking the questions. They were just sitting there suffering, right? You don't have time to process it. If you, I can't be my own caregiver while I'm suffering. So join in there. Go to the appointments, find out what's going on, ask the doctor questions yourself, put it through chat gpt, go to wikipedia, educate yourself on what this looks like so that the two of you can both be informed versus only relying on the person who's affected. All right, so y'all got that. All right, that way you know what's going on. A great example would be, all right, someone's going to have fatigue in the morning. All right, but don't allow them to use fatigue as a reason not to move. Get them moving. And once they get moving, then the energy is going to come. So don't look for an energy burst. Look for the burst to come after getting them moving. Right? Get them moving, just doing a little bit a day, even walking like older adults, walking to the mailbox every day for 7 to 14 days is going to be better than having them try and walk around the block and then ache and not ever want to do it again. Just get them moving on a consistent basis. We're building the stamina and the habits of moving before we're walking them up into 15 and 30 minutes. Y'all got it? See, hearing that is going to give you, oh, I know what to do versus just be frustrated when they say they don't want to move. All right. Number two, encourage professional treatment while maintaining boundaries. Y'all, I mean, you have to keep it real. Let's keep it real, right? Like some of y'all are doing too much heavy lifting, right? How many of y'all feel like you're doing I'm doing all you're the one with the diagnosis, you're the one with the treatment. And I feel like I'm doing all of the work. Have you been there? Right? And studies show that spousal encouragement plays a key role in promoting mental health care seeking. So we do want to say, hey, listen, I'm here to help you, but I'm not your therapist. right? I don't, you can't call, how many of y'all have a friend, they call you about their relationship stuff, and you know they have an issue with codependency. You know they have an issue with setting boundaries. You know they have an issue with maintaining standards. You know they have an issue with depression, right? Or rejection or abandonment or loneliness. But they keep calling you with the same conversation. Sister girl, I need you to go see a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a counselor, a social worker, a pastoral care therapy. You need to do something so that you are able to deal with your issues versus wear me out. I love you. I'm here for you. Don't accuse me of turning my back on you, but I need you to lift up some weight. Listen, y'all, I can tell I've been in the weight room. You're gonna see a lot more. That's my goal before the end of the year is to get a little more swole, y'all. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. I have a goal. All right. And I want to be more physically fit, right? For my end of the year goal. But when you're spotting someone, it's not my job. It's not your job to pull up all the weight. You should be pushing up as much weight as you can. I can't, like, how many of y'all feel like I'm pulling all the weight? You're not doing anything. You got these little spaghetti arms. I need to see you push. I need to see you doing the best you can. It's your responsibility. You should have agency and you should take responsibility for lifting yourself up, and then I will help. That way I can continue to do this. See, I can spot you all day, but I can't lift the weight up all day. Otherwise, I'm gonna hurt my back because you're not pushing. How am I pulling harder than you pushing? Come on now, y'all. It's tight, but it's right. Right? You are accountable for your own well-being. In psychology, we call that agency or self-efficacy. You have to help yourself. Even in the Bible, it says, "Do you want to get well?" He asked the man that was blind and crippled. Jesus asked him, "Do you want to get well? Or you just want to talk about why you can't get well?" Right? Because that's not what we're here for. All right. So I'm giving y'all permission to give them that responsibility. I need you to call and make your appointments. I'll look and find a good doctor for you. Right. But I need you to make your own appointments. I need you to do some study. You have an anxiety disorder. Did you buy a book? Did you listen to meditation? Did you go to yoga? Did you do any of the exercise? Did you do any breathing? Do you know what rectangular breathing is? You know what box breathing is? You know what visualization is? How do I know more about your anxiety disorder than you do? Come on now. Who am I going to preach? Number three, prioritize your self care and seek support, right? Caring for a spouse, a loved one with mental illness is emotionally draining, right? It's only so much of you. And so the research shows that partners of individuals with mental health conditions are at higher risk for burnout and stress related issues because you are caring for someone. We call that caregiver fatigue. So I need you to make self care a priority. And with self care, that means that you are restoring yourself to the level of burnout. One massage is not going to get it. You might need a weekend off from taking care of your husband or wife as they rebound from a mood disorder, as they get stabilized. You might need a weekend off of someone who is refusing medication for ADHD and they're hyper, right? You might need the babysitter to do that. You might need daddy, the mom switch places, right? 'Cause Lord, no, you might need a weekend off caring for someone with autism. Let's just keep it real. Or someone with anxiety, whatever it is, you know what? Take care of yourself to the level of burnout. If you're burned out at the 8, restore at a level of 8, right? If you're going to be a pourer, you need to pour into yourself and have others pour into you so that we don't lose the MVP. We cannot lose the supporter. We cannot lose the rock. We cannot lose the stability because you're trying to care for someone else. And I get it. We sign up for it. It's part of life. We're happy to do it. Or sometimes we're the only person to do it, right? So don't hesitate to ask for support groups. I know a lot of times pride, especially when we're the healers, we don't want a support group, but it feels good to be in a group of people who get what your life is like. All right. It says in the Bible, therefore confess your sins or your troubles one to another so that they may be healed because the prayers of the righteous what avails much, helps out. Having righteous people who are going through the same thing helps you feel seen and heard and support. That is literally called social support, right? So if you implement these three strategies, you're going to help out not only a loved one, but you're going to help out yourself. You're going to be able to help them conquer these mental health challenges and support your partner, your family, your loved one without losing yourself by educating yourself, communicating openly, encouraging professional treatment, them to seek it while maintaining your boundaries. This is your appointment to make, not mine, and prioritize the self care and seeking support for yourself. So I'm Dr. Tartt. I love you guys. Take care. And I'm praying for you and your loved ones.